Welcome back to Walls to Bridges, the podcast where biblical truths meet therapeutic tools. We're your hosts,
Rodney,
and Gina. Today we're diving into something every relationship needs, but very few practice.
that's true. Today's episode is called The Power of Listening Beyond Words. Because real listening is not just about hearing what is said, it is actually about sensing what is felt.
And research actually backs this up. Relationship studies consistently show us that what most strengthens marriages isn't how quickly we resolve problems, but it's how deeply each person feels understood.
Mm-hmm.
When someone realizes in a conversation, you get me, you're in this with me, something begins to shift inside. The issue may still be sitting between the two of you. Nothing about the situation has changed yet, but something far more important has happened. You no longer feel alone in it.
Mm-hmm.
That person feels accompanied instead of opposed.
Yep.
That's why understanding often heals before solutions ever do. I'm going to say that one more time. That's why understanding often heals
Mm-hmm.
before solutions
Ever
ever
do.
do.
Ever do.
It
Be-
is
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
dear. Go ahead. You good.
It is so important to be connected with the heart. And the most important thing is that you feel safe in a conversation.
That's true. Most people earnestly believe that communication is about what you say.
That's true.
However, that's it's true, but it's not completely true. Actually, research shows us that 65% of what we communicate is not about the words at all. It's about the tone, the posture, the facial expressions, and the emotional signals, that our body sends. Long before a sentence is truly heard, the heart is already deciding what it feels,
Wow.
right? And what makes this powerful is this. When someone feels emotionally seen, something inside them settles, right?
That's
The
true.
way you said a minute ago, where something inside of them shifts,
Mm-hmm.
right? Their guard begins to lower,
Right.
the sense of threat eases,
Mm-hmm.
right? Simply being present starts to bring calm before anything is ever solved.
Wow. That's
So
so true.
so your spouse doesn't relax because you fix the problem, men, men. They relax because you stayed with them in the problem.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Scripture has been teaching us this long before science caught up. Listen to this James chapter 1 and verse 19.
Yep.
My dearest brothers and sisters,
Well,
take this to heart.
mm-hmm.
Be quick to listen,
Quick,
slow to speak,
slow,
and slow to become angry.
slow.
Notice the order. James places listening before speaking
Come on.
and both before emotions.
Mm-hmm.
That order really matters. He is teaching the path to emotional health through attentiveness.
Attentiveness. That's right.
When we listen first, honey, we gather understanding.
That's right.
And when we speak second, we respond rather than react.
Mm-hmm.
And when those two are practiced, anger loses its grip.
That's true.
As I was looking over this information, I just began to reflect. Because when I felt heard, I, I stopped being defensive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because what happens when I become defensive, you become defensive,
That's
to
right.
be honest.
That's right.
And so nobody gets anything if we're both defensive.
True.
But check this out. It says modern neuroscience echoes the same wisdom that's in the Bible.
Come on.
How about that? It says the nervous system it scans for safety whenever there's a conflict between a couple. Your nervous system is looking for safety
Mm-hmm.
before it can even process
Content.
what you're saying, the content of what
That's
you're
right.
saying. And what's most important, when you listen and you communicate and you listen to that person, you're saying to them, you matter.
Mm-hmm.
You are not alone in this. James understood centuries ago what science now confirms.
Well,
Listening regulates emotions.
that's true.
Wow.
true.
Wow.
Hmm.
So when he said, don't start with emotion, start with presence.
You know, you mentioned something a few minutes ago. You said, I'm just gonna read it over. It says, when we speak second, we
Yes.
respond rather than react. And
That's
I think
true.
that's very important to understand how, what James is talking about. See, reacting is what happens when we are quick to speak
Yep. Very much so.
and quick to anger.
And the reason why we react, because we're defensive.
Hmm. Yep, reacting is the unfiltered emotional reflex.
Wow.
It is that moment when your nervous system takes over
Mm-hmm.
and words spill out before wisdom has time to catch up.
Oh my God.
How many times when we're in a conversation, we're quick to speak and we're quick to anger?
Mm-hmm.
Our emotions get heightened, and before wisdom has time to catch up with our mouth, we've already said something that could be hurtful to the
Yeah.
other person.
And even as you were speaking, I mean, when you don't listen, you're already you're defensive because you're already thinking about your response
Mhm.
to the other person.
That's right.
Because you're reacting, but you're already calculating how you're going to respond, which will cause another reaction.
That's right, because when you react, you're not really listening.
No, we're not.
You are preparing your defense or launching your counterattack.
Yeah, you have a rebuttal.
Come on, somebody. Now, responding, right, is what James is actually inviting us into.
Yes.
To be quick to listen means we pause long enough,
Come on.
right, to truly hear
Right.
not just the words, but the heart behind them.
Yes.
To be slow to speak creates space. Space between what we feel and what we say, right?
Yeah.
To be slow to anger actually allows emotion to settle,
That's true.
right? To settle so that our response can be shaped by discernment rather than impulse.
Wow. Because like you said, listening, it creates space, and the space reduces the threat.
That's right.
And the reduced threat softens our emotions
Come on.
in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
When the listener is slow to speak, the other person feels valued rather than overpowered.
That's right.
And when anger is slow, connection has room
Has room to grow.
to grow. I like this. So it says, when the listener is slow to speak, the other person feels valued rather than overpowered. When we listen with our whole heart, we actually cause the other person to feel that we're actually engaged with them in the conversation. And we're not thinking, when we're thinking of our own response, we actually overpower the other person.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
James is teaching that emotional closeness is not produced by being right.
Right.
It is produced by being receptive.
Wow.
The heart opens when it is heard.
So
right?
true.
And once the heart is open, anger no longer needs to lead. When you let my heart open by listening to me, anger no longer needs to lead.
Actually, what James says in James 1:19, that is wisdom and emotional intelligence wrapped up into one verse.
One verse. And that's
One
amazing.
verse.
The Bible.
Wow.
The Bible. What makes all of this work in real life is something that we call emotional attunement.
Okay, tell me, what is emotional attunement?
I don't know. I'm just playing.
Are you serious?
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
He got jokes today.
Emotional attunement is the ability to sense and respond to what's happening inside your partner.
Wow. That's deep
Right?
right there.
It's not just what they're saying out loud. it's not what you hear. Right? I want you to think about it like this. Think of it like adjusting a radio dial. And now I know.
You dating yourself?
Yes. I know most of you don't even listen to a radio dial anymore because we got strings,
Right.
right?
Right.
So a radio dial, most of you are probably saying, what is a radio dial? I don't even know what that is. For those of you who know what a radio dial is, when you are not attuned, all you hear is static.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
You catch the words,
Mm-hmm.
but you miss the meaning.
Oh, come on, say that.
So when you are attuned, the signal comes through clearly. You're not just hearing what's being said, you're understanding what's being felt.
Wow. That's deep right there. Come on now. But come on, keep going.
So emotional attunement, it is the posture that says, I'm with you in what this feels like.
Wow.
Listening beyond the words is the practice, but emotional attunement is the heart behind it.
Ooh.
Right? Let
Yes.
me say that again. Emotional attunement is, listening beyond the words is the practice. Emotional attunement is the heart behind it. Let me give you an example of what this looks like. Give me a moment to get there, Carla.
Okay, go ahead.
I got so
I
many.
want to hear this example you got.
notes.
Come on
I
now.
got
Come
notes.
on now.
I got so many notes here. Y'all give me a moment. Let me find it. Listen to this. Emotional attunement is simply the ability to tune into what another person is feeling and respond in a way that says, I see you, I'm with you. It's more than hearing words, it's noticing tone, body language, right? And mood. It's sensing when someone is heavy, guarded, overwhelmed, or hurting, even if they haven't said it plainly.
Wow.
Think of it like this. Wait, no, I had an example. What's my example? I had an example. Think of it like this. I remember my example. Your spouse comes in from work, right? And you say, hey, how was your day? You say, it was okay. You know, it was okay. You know, I had a hard day. Or it was okay, I'm fine. Right? And what we typically say from that point is, okay, well, you know, I asked, they said it was okay, they said it was fine, right?
But if you're emotionally attuned
Go ahead.
and you understand your spouse, when they say certain words, you know, nah, something happened today. Babe, you want to talk? What can I do?
Exactly. That's what attunement is.
Yeah.
You heard what I said, it was okay, it was fine. But attunement pays attention to the body language,
Yes.
the tone, the pause, you know, the shift.
Yep.
And so attunement actually looks and says, okay, I heard what you said, but I'm sensing that something is wrong.
Right.
Right? And so instead of just launching into this, okay, or let me try to fix it, what did you just say to me?
I said, you want to talk? I'm here to listen.
That is emotional attunement.
I know even in our own relationship, I think of many times that I've come home and I appeared to be okay. And you were like, yeah, what's up, babe? What's going on with you? And I really appreciated that.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you notice the silence, the hesitation, the defensiveness, or a shift in tone,
Right.
attunement helps you go from rushing past those cues, which is what we like to do a lot. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we do that a lot. So instead of asking what's going on with you, right? We typically jump into this argument stage because
That's
you're
true.
listening to what I
Said.
said,
Yeah.
but you miss all of my cues. And we just said a few minutes
Yes.
ago, 65% is all about the tone, the pause. It's all about the cues,
The cues that
you missed.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you take the 35%, what I said,
And you form something
yeah, and you go
that's
nuts.
that's not accurate at all.
It ain't accurate at all.
What's important is that this is why couples miss each other.
That's right.
One partner may be sharing facts, But emotionally, they're saying, I'm scared, I feel unseen, I'm hurting, and I need reassurance.
That's right.
And I was like, what kind of example can I give? And I thought about when we were going to be making some financial decisions. And I told you how I felt, but I didn't really voice.
Can I give another example?
Sure.
You remember when we first got married and you came home?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, that's a perfect example. Ooh, wee.
And I had my boys in the house.
And I would speak to everybody.
You spoke to everybody.
I spoke to everybody. I was so nice. And went in the room and slammed the door.
And I come into the room. What did you say to me?
I told you, I said, you know that I love you and I love our friends. But when I get off from work, if I worked all day, I don't want to see them.
Right.
I want to see you.
Right.
I did not marry you to come home and see them every day.
Now, those were facts, right?
Those were facts.
What were you saying behind those facts?
Behind the scene, I was saying, I miss you. I want our time together. I want us. We're still learning each other. And I want to call them outside interferences, but for the lack of better words,
Right.
They were outside interferences. I love them, but I don't want to see them. I want you.
Right. If you miss the cues,
Yeah, that was a big cue.
and if you don't really hear what is being said, now go back to what you actually said to me. What did you actually say to me?
I came in, I spoke to everybody, kissed you, and I went in the room and slammed the door. And I didn't say nothing else because I knew.
But when I came in, what did you say?
I came in, I said, babe, I didn't marry you to see them every day when I get in from work.
That's how she said it too.
And you was looking at me like, what? No, I love them. And I also said, when I'm not at home, I don't care. But when you know I'm coming in from work, tell them they got to go.
Now, I could have listened to what I heard,
Right.
right, and got defensive.
You could have. You really could have. Now, that's very true.
Because these are my boys. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell me I'm a grown man. You ain't going to talk to me, But I heard what you were saying.
Yes. You heard beyond my words.
I want us.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying.
I miss you. So what did I do?
You told your boys, hey, man, y'all got to go.
Holla at your boy. Y'all got to go.
And because I think you even told me, they was like, well, what's wrong with your wife?
Then your business. Y'all got to go.
But you know what? Without attunement, we only hear information.
Bingo.
With attunement, we hear the heart beneath the information.
Yep.
And that is what you did.
That's right. I heard beyond the information. You better know I did. When we only listen to words, right, we stay on the surface.
Oh, God. Yes, we do. Oh.
And we argue content.
Yes.
When we become emotionally attuned, we enter our partner's inner world, right? And that's where connection is built. Go ahead.
No, but that's what you did. In that instance, that's what you did. You entered my world. You didn't have to, but you were sensitive enough to say, wait, you know what? I need to hear what she's not saying. And you did. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me say, that's why we still married today.
Come on. You better hear it.
Attunement turns listening from a skill into a bond.
That's
Come
right.
on now. It tells your spouse, I don't just hear you, I'm with you.
And that is what makes a relationship feel safe, known, and close.
Come on. Proverbs gives us insight here.
Yep.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 5 says this. Though the heart of a man is like a deep well, a person of understanding draws it out. Though the heart of a man is like a deep well, a person of understanding draws it out.
Wow. Understanding does not rush,
Come on, say that.
does not correct, and it does not defend. It draws out. Listen to this. Listen to this. Proverbs 19. It gives us a beautiful picture of the human heart.
Yes.
Scripture says the heart is deep like a well, right? That means when people feel, no, I'm sorry, that means what people feel, fear, hope, and caring is rarely sitting on the surface.
That's right.
Most of what's going on inside a person is hidden beneath words, beneath behavior, beneath tone. People don't always know how to name
Yes.
what they
Yes.
feel, right?
Yes, that's right.
They don't always feel safe enough to reveal it.
That is so true.
So often they themselves are still trying to understand what's happening on the inside,
wow.
right?
Right.
That's where a person of understanding comes in. The word understanding here is not about intelligence, it's about discernment with care.
Wow.
That's real good right there, boy.
That's real good right
This
there.
person doesn't rush, they don't interrogate, they don't correct, they create space, right?
Right.
Their presence feels safe enough for what is buried
Yes.
to rise.
Wow. That's deep right there.
To draw, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. But it says that the heart of a man is like a deep well. When you go to a deep well, it's going to take something for you to pull it out. And that requires time, patience, understanding,
Yeah,
and giving that space that you were just talking about.
that's right. You don't just yank water from a well.
You sure don't.
You drop the bucket slowly.
Come on.
You raise it up
You
slowly
sure do.
because your goal is to draw it out.
Now, as you were saying that, I thought about my great-grandparents. They had a well, and you couldn't just go and just drop quick and bring it up quick. You had to slowly.
Because you're wasting water.
Come on, say that again.
You're wasting time. You're wasting effort. So it takes you much longer to get. Y'all better hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
It takes you longer to get what you need because you rushing.
Yes. Come on now.
Let me slow down. All right, okay. Let me get back here.
When safety drops, curiosity disappears. When safety drops, when I feel safe, I'm no longer curious about whether or not you're going to listen. You're really listening to me, you know? I was like, man.
Because, again, an emotionally attuned person, right? They listen in a way that says this. Take your time.
Because
Right?
they really want to hear your heart.
You're not a burden.
Yes. Yes.
I'm here.
Yes.
That's
I
real good.
remember, do you remember, I don't know if you even remember this. I had started working at DFAS, and they kept moving me. And one day I came home from work,
Yep.
and I said to you, I just need to sit in your lap. And I actually sat in your lap and just cried.
Yep.
And I began to tell you what was happening at work and how it made me feel. But what I love is that you just took time to hear me, and you let me get it out. You didn't try to find a solution, and you just held me. And that is really what I needed.
Yeah.
And so often in our relationships, we don't give each other the space
Don't give 'em
to
space.
do that.
We don't draw it out.
No,
We want to pull it out.
that's how. Ooh,
I'm just saying.
that's true.
We don't want to be patient enough to draw it out. We want to pull it out because of our own insecurities, our own fears, and our own frustration. So we just want to yank it out so we can move on to the next thing.
But what does that make the other person feel like?
Unsafe,
Yeah.
and they just go right back down.
Yep.
Yep. Research shows that couples don't stop listening because they stop caring. They stop listening because they stop feeling safe, which is what we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
The moment someone senses emotional danger, criticism, rejection,
Yeah.
contempt, or withdrawal, right?
Yeah.
The body shifts into self-protection.
Yeah. Their defenses go up like boom, boom, boom. They're like,
And at that point, listening changes. Wow. We're no longer trying to understand our partner's heart, right? We're scanning for threats. The moment I don't feel safe,
scanning for threats.
I'm scanning. What you gonna hit me with next? What you gonna say to me next? What's coming next? What?
So the very thing you want is connection. You end up going-
Protection.
Yeah.
Going into protection. Yeah.
And here's the cost. When that happens, the cost is empathy.
Yep.
And empathy can't coexist with self-protection.
It cannot.
You can't fully enter someone else's world while guarding your own. You can't. But that's what we do because we haven't developed this part of our relationship.
Empathy requires me to enter into your world, which by default means I have to leave my world.
Yeah, you're right. Come on.
So I can't show empathy and guard myself at the same time.
In order to show empathy, I have to put down my guard and be vulnerable. And most people don't know how to do that.
Yep.
Because we've not been taught that. But check this out. The heart can't be open and armored at the same time.
Yep.
So instead of listening, instead of hearing, I'm hurting, we hear, you're accusing me. Boy, I've been guilty. Instead of hearing, I need you, we hear, you're failing me. Oh, God. That right there, that hits home. Because I'm like, oh, my God, how many times have I done that and been at fault in my own relationship? And the conversation becomes a courtroom instead of a connection.
Yep.
My God. This is why emotional safety is not optional. It is foundational.
Foundational.
In your relationship, you need emotional safety. And I think we just think it's supposed to be automatic.
Yeah.
But it has to be created
Gotta be
in
created.
the relationship.
Gotta be created.
When safety is restored, when I make you feel comfortable because I enter your world, defenses relax. When defensiveness relaxes, empathy returns.
That's right.
And when empathy returns, listening becomes possible again.
Yeah. Listen to this. Ephesians 4:29 says it this way.
Ooh, wow.
Never let ugly or hateful words come from your mouth. But instead, let your words become beautiful gifts that encourage others. Do this by speaking words of grace to help them. Paul is not merely giving moral advice about speech. He is teaching a theology of emotional safety. This phrase, ugly or hateful words, points to words that corrupt, tear down, or erode trust. In the original language, the word carries the idea of something spoiled or decaying. In relationships,
Wow.
these are the words that signal danger.
Come on. Come on. now, that's
Criticism,
something.
contempt, sarcasm, dismissal. They tell the heart, you are not safe with me. By contrast, Paul calls our words beautiful gifts. That is relational language. A gift is something offered, not forced, right?
No, it's not.
It blesses rather than wounds. It builds rather than breaks. Words of grace are not merely kind, they are attuned.
Wow.
They are spoken with awareness of the other person's inner world. Paul is saying your word
Your words.
Your words. And go ahead, baby, because,
Your words create. They create.
they create.
They create the atmosphere that you want in your home. So if I want a calm atmosphere, I have to speak those type of words
Yep.
in my relationship with my spouse. But if I want a chaotic relationship,
Yep.
I speak chaotic words. But I love this verse teaches that communication is never neutral.
Never neutral.
Every word either increases safety or decreases safety. So your kind words, it makes me not feel defensive. I'm more open because I feel safe with you. That is why Paul says our words should help them. The word implies support, strengthening, and stability. Safe speech doesn't avoid harm. It actively creates environments where hearts can be open.
That's right.
Ephesians 4:29 shows that emotional connection is not built on just being right, but by being restorative.
Come on. Come on. That's real good.
Paul's insight is profound. Language shapes the climate of our connection. Language shapes the power of our connection.
That's right. So here's some simple practices that couples can do today. Listen for emotion, not explanation. Reflect what you hear before responding. Validate feelings before offering solutions.
And remember this. Validation doesn't mean agreement.
That's right.
It really means acknowledgement.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Recent studies show that couples who practice, now this is reflective listening, right? Can reduce conflict intensity by up to 40% within weeks. Notice it says reduce conflict intensity. It did not say reduce conflict.
But the intensity of the conflict.
As long as you married, you're going to have conflict, so get over it. Now, what's powerful is this. When couples simply start slowing down and really listening to each other, the tension of their conflicts often drop fast.
Wow. Wow. Because what actually heals is a heart. A heart isn't being fixed.
Can you
it's
read that?
being felt.
Read it again.
Because what actually heals a heart isn't being fixed. It's being felt.
Read it one more time for the people in the back.
Because what actually heals a heart isn't being fixed. It's being felt.
Being felt.
My goodness.
All right, let's wrap this up. Romans 12:10 says this. Be devoted to tenderly loving your fellow believers as members of one family. Try to outdo yourselves in respect and honor of one another. Now, go ahead.
Listening beyond words is one of the highest forms of honor that we can give each other. It means truly understanding someone by paying attention to not only what is said, but to what is felt, body language, tone, expression, and their emotions. It moves past surface level hearing and beyond personal judgment. Let me read that again.
Go ahead.
It moves past surface level hearing and beyond our personal judgment. It allows you to grasp the full experience of the speaker,
Keep going.
including what remains unspoken. This kind of listening creates deep connection, empathy, and insight.
Reflective listening, when it becomes an act of devotion, it says this: I won't rush past you.
Amen. I won't rush past you. How many times do we do that?
I won't make this about me.
Ooh. 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 Wow. I won't rush past you. I won't make this about me.
And I will hold your words with care.
Oh, now that means a lot right there.
When that happens, in that moment, right, the other person feels valued, not managed.
Ooh,
Nobody wants to
Jesus.
be managed.
By nobody. I just want to be heard. I
See,
want to be felt,
now, valued,
valued,
not managed.
not managed,
Seen,
seen,
not solved.
not ooh, not solved.
And that is what builds emotional closeness. Romans 12 and 10 teaches us that love is not merely something we feel, it is something we practice.
Wow. Now that's true.
Reflective listening, right, is love. Listen to this. Reflective listening is love made audible.
What? Reflective listening is love
Made
made audible?
audible.
Wow.
It is honor made visible.
So reflective listening is love made audible.
When you, cause you're speaking to me, when you listen to me, right? And I just told you, when you listen to me, what you're saying is, I won't rush past you.
That's right.
I won't make this about me, right? And I will hold your words with care. So that makes love audible all of a sudden, and it makes honor visible. And that's how family becomes a place of safety rather than survival.
Wow.
Come on, somebody. All right.
Until next time,
Until next time.
we'll explore how emotional safety transforms conflict into connection. Until then, listen with your ears, your eyes, and your heart. It's about listening to understand, not just to reply. Noticing what is not said as much as what is. And remember this,
Build bridges,
and not,
not walls.
walls.